So finally we're going to be taking a look at the Anidees crystal case. Now this is a medium-sized case and you get all the natural screws and stuff that's involved in it, and obviously instructions. But most of all, this is a tempered glass and it's in a budget price range. So we're going to take a look and let you know what we think. So number one, I've been watching a few videos and there was a bit of critique about this case, but this one's slightly newer. I've been waiting a while for it, and Anidees has fixed the problem. So one of the problems was at the top, the switch didn't match up for low and high with the lights. It didn't match up in the middle, but it does now. The sticker on the side here, which I'm going to pull off in a sec, all the writing came off before, but I think it was just a bit too early, or one of the products might have been a little bit too early for release. But now everything's okay because I've checked it already. So that's out the way. Let's talk about the actual case itself. So this case has got tempered glass on the side here, tempered glass on the side here, tempered glass on the front here. Medium sized case. At the top here we have a dust filter, which is easy to clean, no problem whatsoever. At the top you can put a 240 radiator out if you're doing custom water cooling, or if you've got AIO water cooling. You can also put in a 280 rad at the top here, as well as a 280 in fans or 120 in fans, each at the top here, no problem. At the front you can put in a 360 rad at the front, as well as 360 of 3 120mm fans at the front here. In the fans that you get with this case is actually LED, LED, so they're white on the front and they're white on the back, so they give you 4 LED 120mm fans. On the back, I'm going to spin it around. On the back you have a 120mm fan, but you can also put a 140 on there, so you could go with obviously bigger airflow through the back. You've got some cutout holes here for out of the case water cooling if you prefer. Most people do it inside. 7 expansion slots for your graphics cards or Wi-Fi or anything like that. It runs with any motherboard, from mini ITX all the way to extended motherboards. So that's the really big ones that are bigger than the normal ATX one. You've got your power supply here, comes with a Stroud, and you've got all nice screws in the back there. And on the side you've got a glass panel here, which I'm going to take off, and this has rubber grommets so it doesn't scratch the glass itself. The glass itself is quite heavy actually, and I want to be quite careful that I don't actually break the glass, because it'll just be stupid. But anyway, so the glass is nicely cut out. It's tinted as well, so if you've got a nice bit of RGB going on, it's going to look nice. All the cutouts are really nice as well. I'm going to just place this on the floor out the way. So as you can see, it's got a Stroud, and now we'll get to the bit that you've been waiting for, whether the writing comes off, which it doesn't. So you've got the Anidees logo on the side of the case, which looks nice. You've got a cutout for your power supply cables to come up underneath and route through the motherboard. You also got one for your fan header as well. What I like about this fan on the back here, this is actually 140 actually on the back here, not a 120. Anyway, it's got a 3-pin header, but it doesn't have a Molex connector, so you can hide the cables through the back, but then you can't because it's tempered glass. They can see. You've got to be very good at cable management on this case, because if you're not, people are going to see how rubbish you really are at cable management. But anyway, on the front here you can put a 360 rad. So let me just spin the case around for you. You can put a 360 rad in here, 120, 240 as well in the front here, so it's all nice clearance and stuff. You've got cutout holes here, which is made of plastic, but you can move this quite easily with a thumb screw, and then it's kind of gone. So all your cables are cut out nicely, you can route them through and get them through to the motherboard. You've got a nice cutout on the side here for your motherboard, which means that when you're going to put a retention bracket onto the side of it, on the back I should say, then it'll be nice and easy without having to take the motherboard off the standoffs that you've already done. Standoffs are already on there already, they're brass, not black, and at the top you've got room for obviously 240 rads at the top there as well, so you're doing all your water cooling and stuff. And obviously in here we need to take off the side so we can show off. But before we get to the side, let's talk about the top a little bit more. So they fixed the switch, and this is what controls the lights and stuff. You've got a 3.5mm microphone jack, you've got a 3.5mm headphone jack, you also got a power button, a reset button, 2 USB 3s up to 5 gigabits per second, and 2 USB 2s on the top as well. Easy access. The front is not removable, but this side is. So as I said again, I've got to be very careful what I do so I don't break the glass on the side. And this is where you can see your lovely build taking shape with nice cable management. So as again, I'm going to take this side off. As you can see, there's a lot going on the side here. So we've got 3 SSD slots that you can undo and unscrew like so, and you can take it off and put an SSD inside there, no problem whatsoever, or you can just get rid of it, and it's up to you. Cable management is all underneath here as well as all on the side here. But what I like about this, you've got your fan header here so you can hide all the cables there. They include Velcro straps, so you've got 3 Velcro straps already included to keep your cables nice and clean for when you're doing your build. You've got your fan headers, USBs and everything for your front headers, as well as a Molex. Note it's a Molex connector and not a SATA connector. And then obviously your USB 3 for your top of your header there, so you can plug that straight into the motherboard. And then you've got a dust filter, which is easy to pull out and clean as well. So once you've done all your build and you don't want to take any risks of getting dust to it, it doesn't really matter. You've got a filter right there, easy to clean, and then you just slide it on the bottom. So this is for the power supply, and you've got some standoffs there as well, which has got some rubber insulation to stop the vibration of the power supply if you're ramping it up and overclocking and all that sort of stuff. And then also, what I like about this case, which is quite innovative, is this is where you can put your 3.5mm or 3.5 inch hard drive in your mechanical hard drives. But if you don't want them, you just get rid of them. This is all with a thumb screw. So I know the case looks a bit like they took the idea from NZXT and Lian Li and all that sort of stuff, but technically it's still innovative. It's a really good case. They've added a few little features with it. It's really quite strong and it just looks good. It looks the part. Tempered glass everywhere. So if you don't want to put a 3.5 inch hard drive in there, mechanical hard drive, you could just put other cables in there or RGBs, whatever you want to put in there. That's what you can do. So just by looking at this case, I need to put a build in it, but I'm going to be putting a build in it probably in a couple of weeks time, because I like the whole factor that, well, the features, it's got glass on the front, glass on that side there, and I want to see people showing off my cable management. I think this is a great idea, especially when you can get rid of these and they're not pop riveted into the case. Oh, one more thing, the feet. Let's have a look at the feet of the case. The feet of the case are little standoff, so they stand off from the actual carpet itself if you've got carpet or wood flooring, and that means that the dust won't get into the case as much. They did think of that as well. I can't wait until when Anidees actually makes another case that's going to be more superior to what this is, because at the moment, for a budgeted price for glass on the side, glass on the other side and glass on the front and LED lights, you can't really go wrong. So it's a thumbs up all the way from me, and I can't wait to actually put a build in it. So I just can't wait. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you dislike it, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about what I thought about the case itself. I saw this case ages ago, really wanted to test it out, but obviously had to be sorted out. So now it's sorted out, it's definitely worth buying, and links will be in the description down below where you can buy this anyway. And see you soon for part 2 of the amazing build with this case. Thanks for watching.